If you have used Claude and wished it could actually do things, read your files, search the web, generate an image, this is the video for you. Today I'm explaining MCP, the Model Context Protocol. No install required, just the idea. Here's the thing. A language model on its own can only produce text. To let it touch a real tool or your data, developers had to hand-build a fresh integration every single time. MCP replaces all that one-off glue with a single open standard. MCP is an open standard that Anthropic announced back in November 2024. The best way to picture it, it's like a USB-C port for a .i. One shape that fits everything, so any tool can plug into any AI app that speaks the protocol. The architecture is just 4 links in a chain. The host is the AI app, like Claude. Inside it lives an MCP client. That client talks to an MCP server, and the server is what actually reaches the tool, an API, your files, a database. Claude asks, the server does. Every MCP server offers 3 things: tools, which are actions Claude can take, resources, which are data it can read, and prompts, reusable templates. And it connects one of 2 ways, a local process over standard I/O or a remote server over streamable HTTP. In Claude code, adding one is a single command. For a remote server, Claude MCP add -transport HTTP, then a name and a URL. For a local one, you point it at a command with npx. Standard I/O is actually the default transport, so the -transport flag is optional there. And notice the API key. This editable server needs an editable token to reach your real data, so copying the command without it connects but sees nothing. Prefer no terminal? On Claude.ai it's all clicks. One thing to know, you add a connector once under Settings, Connectors, and then it shows up. After that, open any chat, hit the plus button, and flip it on for that conversation. Same MCP underneath, just a friendlier Dart in. And here's what it feels like once it's connected. I asked Claude to pull my open tasks from Notion and summarize them. It doesn't guess, it reaches through the MCP server, reads the real data, and hands back the answer. That's the whole point. Claude can now do, not just say. So why care? A model on its own only writes text and is frozen at its training cutoff. Give it MCP and it takes real actions, reads live data, and reaches files, search, even media generation, all through one shared standard instead of 100 custom hacks. Quick recap. MCP is the open standard that connects AI to tools and data. The chain is host, client, server, tool. Servers hand over tools, resources, and prompts. And it works across Claude Code, Claude Desktop, and Claude.ai. Now that you get the idea, the rest of this series connects real ones one server at a time, step by step. Subscribe so you don't miss them. These tutorials are made by the team at Remarketly. See you in the next one.